What if real strength didn't require sweat, machines, or pushing through pain? Think about that for a moment. After 50, many of us start worrying about our joints, our balance, or that quiet fear of injury that makes exercise feel risky. I've seen it again and again, and you're not alone. We want to stay strong, but we want to feel safe too. Here's the good news. Strength doesn't have to mean strain. There's a smarter way, and it's backed by solid science. I'm Dr. Alex, and welcome to the Wellness Harmony channel. Today we're talking about isometric training. Simple holds, no jumping, no heavy weights, just controlled strength that protects your joints, sharpens balance, and supports independence as the years pass. Stay curious with me. Okay, so let's talk about what isometric training really means, because the name sounds fancy, but the idea is actually very simple. An isometric exercise is when you activate a muscle without moving the joint. In other words, your body's working hard on the inside, even though it looks still on the outside. Think of it like pushing against a wall. Nothing moves, but you definitely feel the effort, right? Now here's why that matters so much after 50. When we move joints repeatedly under load, especially with poor form or fatigue, we increase shear forces across the knees, hips, and spine. Isometrics dramatically reduce those forces. Your muscles work, but your joints stay protected. That's huge. There's more. Holding a position improves neuromuscular activation. Basically, your brain learns to talk to your muscles more clearly and more efficiently. Research shows that isometric holds can increase what we call neural drive, meaning your brain sends stronger, faster signals to your muscles. That leads to better control, not just brute strength. And yes, studies also show meaningful reductions in pain, especially for knee osteoarthritis and chronic low back pain. No drama, no pills, just smart training. Now let's talk aging. After 50, muscle loss, sarcopenia, can sneak up quietly. Isometrics help slow that process by keeping muscles engaged and responsive. They also improve proprioception, your internal sense of balance and position. And when that improves, fall risk goes down. Posture improves. You feel steadier. Crucially, isometric training gives you a safer alternative to heavy lifting. You still build strength, stability, and confidence, but with far less risk. And really, isn't that what we want now? Strong, steady, and pain-aware. Exercise 1. Bird dog hold, building core stability and balance. All right, let's jump in. The bird dog hold may look almost too simple, and honestly, that's why most people overlook it. But this little hold is one of the smartest exercises you can do after 50. It's not flashy, it's not loud, and it doesn't try to impress anyone. It just works deeply and effectively. The real magic here is in the muscles you don't usually feel. With age, we tend to lose activation in our deep stabilizers, especially around the spine and hips. The bird dog wakes them back up. Think of it as reminding your body how to hold itself together. It also retrains proprioception, your internal GPS. That sense of, where am I in space, fades quietly with age. And when it does, balance suffers. This exercise gently restores that connection between your brain and your body. So, which muscles are we really talking about? First, the multifidus, tiny muscles running along your spine that act like guide wires, keeping each vertebra stable. Then there's the transverse abdominis, often called your natural corset. When it switches on, your spine feels protected. Add in the gluteus medius, key for hip and knee stability, plus the shoulder stabilizers that keep you upright and aligned. Together, they form your body's quiet support system. Now, let's walk through it. Come on to all fours, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Take a breath. Gently draw your belly in, not sucking in, just engaging. Then extend your right arm forward and your left leg back. Keep your hips level. Imagine a glass of water on your lower back. You don't want to spill it. Breathe calmly. Hold for 10 to 20 seconds. Switch sides. Over time, you can build toward longer holds, but control always comes before duration. So what changes can you expect? Research and clinical experience show improved postural control, reduced low back pain, and better balance, all major factors in fall prevention. But there's something else. People often tell me they feel more confident moving through daily life, standing, walking, reaching. That confidence matters. You can do this in the morning to wake up your system, or in the evening to reset after a long day. If lifting both arm and leg feels like too much, start with just an arm or just a leg. Progress comes naturally. This is strength built with patience, and your body appreciates that. Exercise 2. Warrior pose, isometric hold, lower body strength and focus. Next up, we have the warrior pose. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Yoga? Is that really strength? I used to think the same thing. But when you take the flowing movements away and simply hold this position, something powerful happens, especially after 50. This becomes a true lower body strength builder without the joint strain that often comes from traditional squats or lunges. Here's why it matters. As we age, leg endurance fades faster than we expect. Standing too long, climbing stairs, or getting up from a chair can suddenly feel demanding. The warrior pose builds endurance in a steady, controlled way. It also gently opens the hips, improves knee alignment, and challenges balance at the same time. And when your body is working under load like this, your brain has to stay focused. That combination, physical effort plus mental attention, is gold for healthy aging. Muscle-wise, this pose is working a lot more than it appears. Your quadriceps and hamstrings are supporting the bend in the front leg. The gluteus maximus and medius stabilize your hips. Your core and obliques keep your torso upright. Even your shoulder girdle is working to hold the arms steady. You're essentially training your body to work as one connected unit. Let's talk setup. Step 1 foot forward and the other back, about 3 to 4 feet apart. Bend the front knee so it stacks right over the ankle, never past the toes. Keep the back leg straight. Lift your arms to shoulder height and gaze calmly over your front hand. Think tall through the spine. Relax the shoulders, then breathe. Hold for 20 to 30 seconds. You're not bracing, you're settling into strength. So what does the science say? Studies in clinical yoga therapy show improvements in balance confidence, reduced knee pain, and better functional strength for daily tasks like stair climbing and rising from chairs. And here's something I really love about this pose. It trains your nervous system to stay calm under effort. That's regulation. That's control. Many people feel a quiet sense of confidence after holding warrior. Not rushed, not strained, just steady. And that kind of strength doesn't fade with age. It deepens. Exercise 3, Superman hold, posture, back health, and confidence. All right, now let's talk about the back. You know, that area most of us don't think much about until it starts complaining. After 50, back stiffness, poor posture, and lingering aches become very common. And a big reason is weakness in what we call the posterior chain, the muscles along the back of your body. Add years of sitting, driving, working at a desk, or relaxing on the couch, and the body slowly gets pulled forward. Shoulders round, head drifts ahead. The spine loses its natural strength. This is where the Superman hold comes in. No cape required. And no, it's not about flying. It's about rebuilding the muscles that hold you upright and confident. Scientifically, this exercise strengthens your spinal extensors, the muscles that support your spine and resist gravity all day long. When these muscles get stronger and more enduring, posture improves, fatigue decreases, and chronic back pain often eases. Multiple studies have shown that consistent back extensor training can reduce chronic low back pain as effectively as medication, without the side effects. That's powerful. Let's look at the muscles involved. First, the erector spinae, running alongside your spine, helping you stand tall. Then the gluteus maximus, which supports walking, lifting, and hip stability. The hamstrings work alongside the glutes to protect your lower back. And finally, the upper back and deltoids, which help open the chest and align the shoulders. When these muscles fire together, posture becomes natural again, not forced, now for safe execution. Lie face down on a mat or soft surface, arms extended forward. Gently engage your glutes first, this is important. Then lift your arms, chest, and legs just slightly off the floor. This isn't about height. Think long, not high. Keep your neck neutral by looking down, not forward. Breathe slowly. Hold for 10 to 30 seconds. Then lower with control. If that feels like too much, start by lifting only the upper body or alternate one arm and the opposite leg. Progress comes with patience. So what changes can you expect? People often notice they're standing taller without trying, less fatigue when standing or walking, fewer aches at the end of the day, and perhaps most important, a renewed confidence in how they carry themselves. Posture isn't just physical, it's emotional too. When you stand taller, you often feel stronger inside. In a world that constantly pulls us forward, sometimes the strongest thing you can do is gently lift yourself back up. Exercise 4, Wall Isometric Squat, Rebuilding the Foundation. Okay, now let's move on to the legs because this is where aging tends to show up first. After 50, leg strength often declines faster than anywhere else. Part of this is sarcopenia, the natural loss of muscle with age. But there's also something called neuromuscular inhibition. Simply put, the brain stops fully activating the muscles it once did. And when leg strength drops, everything becomes harder. Stairs feel steeper, chairs feel lower, balance feels less reliable. And yes, this is directly linked to falls and loss of independence. This is exactly why I love the wall isometric squat. It's simple, it's safe, and it's incredibly effective. The wall supports your spine, removing unnecessary strain. There's no bouncing, no pressure to move quickly. Your knees stay in a controlled position. You're just holding your ground. And that steady hold sends a strong message to your muscles and nervous system. We still need you. Let's talk about what's working here. Your quadriceps are front and center, helping you stand and control your knees. The glutes support hip stability and posture. The hamstrings assist with balance and joint protection. Your core stabilizes the spine, and even your calves engage to help maintain upright control. In one position, you're training nearly the entire lower body to work together, and that coordination matters as much as strength. Here's how to set it up. Stand with your back flat against a wall. Step your feet about 2 feet forward. Slowly slide down until your thighs are parallel to the floor, or as close as feels comfortable. Knees stay stacked over ankles, never drifting forward. Gently press your lower back into the wall. Breathe calmly. Hold for 20 to 40 seconds. Then slide back up. Rest. Repeat 2 or 3 times. If that sounds intense, that's okay. Start higher. Even a small bend builds strength. Over time, you'll naturally sit lower and hold longer. The real-life benefits are where this shines. People notice safer stair climbing, easier chair transfers, improved walking endurance and better balance. And perhaps most importantly, renewed confidence in their legs. Strength isn't always about movement. Sometimes it's about learning how to hold steady under pressure. Exercise 5, Side Plank with Arm Raise, Advanced Core Stability. Now let's talk about one of the most underrated skills after 50, lateral core strength. Think about your daily life for a moment. Reaching into the back seat of the car, carrying groceries in one hand, steadying yourself while stepping sideways. These are all uneven, one-sided movements. And if the muscles on the sides of your core aren't doing their job, the spine takes the hit. That's where the side plank comes in. This exercise protects your spine during asymmetrical tasks and dramatically improves balance when you reach or carry weight. Many back injuries don't happen during big movements. They happen during small, awkward ones. The side plank trains your body to stay aligned and stable when life isn't perfectly balanced. Muscle-wise, this is a powerhouse. Your obliques wrap around the torso to resist collapsing. The transverse abdominis works like a deep corset, stabilizing the spine from the inside. The quadratus lumborum, one of the most important yet ignored muscles for spinal health, keeps your torso upright. Your glute medius stabilizes the hips, while your shoulder stabilizers support the upper body. That's a full-chain stability workout. Here's how to perform it safely. Lie on your side with your elbow directly under your shoulder. Knees bent if you're starting out. Legs straight if you're ready for more challenge. Lift your hips so your body forms a straight line from head to knees or head to heels. Keep your neck neutral. Think long, not tense. Now the arm raise. Once you feel steady, slowly lift your top arm toward the ceiling. This small movement challenges your balance in a big way. Breathe steadily, hold for 15 to 30 seconds, then switch sides. If this feels too intense, start with your bottom knee on the floor and skip the arm raise. That modification is not a step back, it's smart training. Progress comes from control, not strain. Research shows that side plank variations are highly effective for reducing chronic low back pain, improving spinal stability, and enhancing fall resistance. And here's what I really love about this exercise. It trains coordination, breath, and balance all at once. That's functional strength, the kind that shows up when you need it most. This isn't about holding longer than anyone else. It's about teaching your body to stay calm, aligned, and strong under uneven load. And that's a skill that truly lasts. All right, let's put all of this together into something simple, realistic, and doable. Because routines only work if you actually use them. This entire isometric plan takes about 15 minutes, and it fits beautifully into real life. Start with the bird dog hold to wake up the nervous system and gently activate your core. Hold each side for 20 to 30 seconds. Next, move into the warrior pose, holding each side for about 30 seconds while focusing on calm breathing. Then come down to the floor for the Superman hold, holding for 15 to 25 seconds with perfect control. After that, head to the wall for the wall isometric squat, holding 20 to 40 seconds. Finish strong with the side plank with arm raise, 15 to 30 seconds per side. Do this once a day. That's it. Over the weeks, increase hold time slowly, not aggressively. Remember, consistency beats intensity, quality beats quantity. And yes, stillness is a powerful form of strength. So let's zoom out for a moment. These 5 isometric exercises work together to create a strong, reliable foundation. Core stability to support your spine, postural strength to help you stand tall, joint protection to keep movements comfortable, and balance that protects your independence. This is what fitness after 50 is really about. Not pushing harder, not moving faster, but building control, stability, and sustainability you can trust every day. Try to practice this routine consistently, even on busy days. If this helped you, subscribe to Wellness Harmony, share it with someone over 50 who could benefit, and make a commitment today to train smarter, not harder.